Hey guys, it's 10 Types here, getting into a game, and super excited to be showing off my Urshifu Moltres Cinccino deck in action. It's a really fun deck with a lot of different routes to victory. There's all these cool options, and it's just super interesting to play and really enjoyable as well. So we are going first. I can't use this hand, but hopefully we end up with a really solid hand. We do give them a mulligan, hopefully not more than one, but we just really want maybe a turn one Urshifu, definitely a turn one in China, which is really crucial, honestly. And it's something we can get uh, a lot of the time because we play those four quick balls and four level balls. No capture in this list, but that's not really something we can fit in. But it's also not really something we need. So we see we have honestly a really solid opening hand here. Um, it's like all we could ever hope for. Start this Minccino. You just go in with the Urshifu next turn. Could start the Urshifu, but I don't feel like that was necessary. Probably get rid of this energy switch here. So we are going to lose out on that later on, but that's probably fine. Just grab ourselves another Minccino and just attach this Rapid Strike energy and pass the turnover. The reason I started the Minccino switch to the Urshifu was so I could switch into it and hit with Gale Thrust if something happens to us that like we just missed the energy or fan away, something like that as well. So you see we're against just some softball. Hopefully they have more than that. Quick ball. Okay, so we get to see what their deck is. Obviously an Inteleon engine, but what was it paired with? There are a number of things, and we're against Ice Rider, so this is going to be really interesting. One thing we need to keep in mind is that Moltres is obviously really negatively affected by Path to the Peak, and we don't have any answers to that. It shouldn't be a huge deal, but sometimes it definitely can get pretty bad. We see them getting a bunch of Sobbles down. They prized one, but that's not that bad. We see the Rapid Strike energy right over there. I doubt they play more than one fan, so that's probably fine. And we can just switch into it. We see why we started that. Able to hit for the extra damage. And this hand here is not that good, but we do have a Marnie, so that's cool. No reason to play the Moltres now. We could get Marnied away. That's like the only reason, but we don't really have any access to Dark Energy at all. So it doesn't really make sense to do that. And we can just go in with probably GMAX Rapid Flow next turn, take out some of their like draw engine, which is really nice. We don't want to overbench as well due to their Ride of the High King, I believe is the name of the first attack on Ice Rider. So if we're hit by that, that could hurt if we have a full bench, because then they can do that. Plus one of their, I believe, Max Lance or Max, I don't remember. The attacks get confusing. We see the Suicune hitting the board from them though. So they might not play High Council Path. They probably play some, right? So we see a level ball by them. Probably, obviously, getting the Drizzile. Probably getting themselves a Melanie, if I had to guess. So that could obviously be a risky play if they don't have the Ice Rider hand. It'd be really nice if we just saw like a research by them, because then obviously we just get to kind of relax here. Not under much pressure, but we do see the Melanie, unfortunately. Hopefully it's fine, but it could go badly. You see the Crobat. Interesting. I guess, yeah, it makes sense they do it before the Melanie because they probably won't be able to play down like all their cards. So we just see the Melanie drawing them some cards. They have like a really big hand, so they do get the Ice Rider here though, so that's fine. They're gonna just max Lance, probably get rid of one energy, which is fine. And we can just take out these Drizziles, or the Soblin the Drizzile, which is really solid, because then we just turn off the draw engine, right? Our hand's not going to get disrupted this turn, no reason to stand for anything to worry about. They played Melanie already. So we should be in a very solid spot here. I'm just going to Marnie, hope to see some Cinchinos get that rolling, hopefully get some energy on a Moltres, but we just see the max Lance by them for the 130. So they have KO almost guaranteed next turn. Let's see. I'll pick the energy surge, but that's not really that good. We have our one fighting, which is what we'd really be looking for. So we can probably just attach the fighting, obviously, attach the air balloon and Marnie here. We're looking for maybe a dark energy, and obviously there's Cinchinos to get stuff rolling. And yeah, this is just like a perfect hand, honestly. Couldn't have hoped for much more. We will lose our only Urshifu, which is unfortunate, but it's not the end of the road. Let's not get that. Let's get this Cinccino. Yeah, we can get rid of this Dark Energy, which is really nice. And they probably just KO our Urshifu. That's honestly probably the best case scenario. It could get worse if they choose to target down the Moltres, but that's not the end of the world. Let's probably make do away Incense. Might hurt us, but it's probably fine. Yeah, well, Quick Ball. Get ourselves another Urshifu down. Seems really cool. And just puts us in a nice spot. So we have some more options next turn, depending how exactly it goes. But definitely want to GMAS Rapid Flow these two Pokemon, just put us in a really solid position. Unfortunately, unless they lay down like another Sobble, which they probably don't. They're down 3, and actually the fourth one's in their prizes, so they're almost definitely not doing that. But if they happen to, we could just shoot my Rapid Float for game. Oh wait, what? They play? Oh, okay, that's really interesting. So they play a mixture of the Sobbles. Obviously they couldn't have kept calling for all of them, but now they have access to be able to have 70 HP, which is really interesting. Gives them the ability to just survive more Inteleon pings, survive the competitive champ, something you don't play in this deck because it doesn't really work without the Inteleons. But it's a really interesting inclusion by them. Just them getting another Ice Rider, which is fine, I suppose. Um, right now, they're not going to boss because they Melonede, so we're just in a great spot. They're going to max Lance, get rid of those 2 energies, which is fine for us. We're well, I mean, what we're ideally looking for is like boss, VMAX. Yeah, boss VMAX does give us game. We actually we have ropes, so that's cool. Let's get rid of this quick ball here. We did get rid of our incense, which is definitely gonna hurt our odds some, but we should be okay. I don't mind getting rid of this Moltres. That seems pretty solid. So, right here, I really need to be able to like attack for some sizable damage here. So getting rid of that incense might actually cost us. Actually, no, it's fine. We can just Roadkeeper here. And worst comes to worst, we hit for 150 with the Urshifu. We like Moltres Energy, so we hit for that. You also have Escape Rope if we really want to. So that's fine. We probably Escape Rope here. We want to hit for the 150 with the Urshifu and keep the Moltres around. We unfortunately don't get to hit into that Ice Rider, so we're gonna probably take out the Sobble and the Crobat this game to win, or I could take out Suicune Sobble, which should be okay as well. Do find the VMAX. A little late. We do get to attack with it, which is actually really good though. And we do have game next turn. Come up a little short this turn. If we had that boss, we'd win though. Not down any boss and no using the pal pad. So let's just retreat and hit into them for 150. So we should be in a very good spot. They're probably going to hit us with Suicune for a decent chunk of damage, but then we just have game, so that's really cool. And honestly, our positions are really solid. If we get like a Marinade here, it's not really that bad. We have like down 2 energy or the third in our hand, so let's replace 5 dark, 6 dark. So you have a bunch of dark energy in deck. We have like a rapid strike or 2. I think just 1 in deck. Yeah. Excuse me. Yeah, we have 1 rapid strike energy in deck, which we could draw into if we hit if we get Marnied. So that's pretty nice. I'm just looking for the boss for game. Could probably win without it as well. See, they're playing very slowly. That might mean they honestly don't even have a water energy, which would clearly be really bad for them. They definitely have it. With the Drizzle, they can get like a Capacious Bucket, but probably thinking through what the game with Drizzle before they play it, which is fine. You can get a Melanie. Okay, that's pretty good for us. I don't know. I guess I'll probably Now, they can't really use Blizzard Rondo because then they just lose. So, let's see. They draw their card with their Fleet-Footed. Hopefully we don't see a Scoop Up net on the Drizzle. That would be pretty unfortunate because obviously then that like takes away a win condition. Uh, we still will have boss game though. We can boss Crobat. Actually, yeah, we just have game right now. See the net though. So do you need to find the boss for the game? That Sobel's not going to hit the board again. They just lose if that happens. So you just see the Blizzard Rondo. Looking for the boss for the game. And things get pretty intense here. So we just want to get rid of, I imagine, this research. That seems pretty bad to play. We do see the boss for game, so we see how the deck is able to take care of other obviously very good decks. They play the Crobat, and while we weren't able to snipe it for the game because we don't have the telescopic sight and the Passimian, we were able to hit it for weakness. We see the high cancel boss just come in really clutch there, and just the power of this deck. So you can see why I really enjoy this deck. It has these different options. We had this kind of weird start with regular Urshifu Inteleon. You're like, oh, I need all the Sablos and I need the Urshifu turn one, and if I don't, I lose. But you can see you don't need everything to be exactly perfect. The game I was doing pretty well, but it was just overall a really enjoyable deck to play. It had a bunch of different routes to victory as well. We had the Cheryl in there. It's a good Cheryl actually for like an extra turn, which is really cool. And I really love that about the deck. And just overall, a really great experience. I hope you also had a good experience watching the video. And if you did, I'd really appreciate if you liked the video and if you subscribe to the channel as well. Those both really help me to grow the channel and to know what you guys are interested in enjoying as well. And if you didn't like it, or if you did, I'd also appreciate if you left a comment to know how I can improve, what kind of videos you'd like, if you like this as well, and also what you thought of this deck. I really think the deck's very solid and a very fun deck to play. I'm excited to see you in the next video.